Team USA, and here she is about to start her warm-up pitches.
Olivia Elliott, the lone hitter from the Aussie Spirit, will be batting first against Kelly Maxwell, the left-hander, 25 years old. On day one, she pitched 16 strikes from 19 balls, 5 strikeouts.
So efficient. And I mentioned it in the call that she throws a heavy pitch, and for those that don't know, it just means that she's got so much spin on the ball as well as pace that the ball comes in heavy into the catcher's glove. So listen for that pop in the glove, but also watch that ball move.
She's known for her run suppression. She's delivered on the biggest stages in college and internationally. And as James mentioned, that left-handed threat really gives a different look. Won the most outstanding player of the Women's College World Series in 2024 and has played with Coach Gasso at Oklahoma alongside Tia Ray Jennings and Alyssa Brito for a number of years. So her coach from college is now the national team coach. They have such chemistry within this group, and this USA outfit have come in the red uniform today. They mean business.
Yeah, I love the red uniform. It just shows that they're a presence, and the confidence level is there to wear a full red uniform. I love it. It's a good contrast to the yellow ball as well. So umpires should see the knees and the sternum where the strike zone sits as well. So it's a nice little message that they send that they're one of the world's best teams.
So Kelly Maxwell in a warm-up, she was pitching at 100 kilometres an hour. And her first is called a strike.
Yeah, straight in there. No better way to get started.
Olivia Elliott makes the connect. She's got to get to first. She won't get there. Great fielding by Erin Koffel. That is clutch play from a clutch player on the USA team. They've got one out.
Yeah, read it really well off the bat, because she had to break to the center of the diamond and knew she had the pace to get back and complete the putout.
So Tamika Whitefield, one of the team captains, steps into the box now. It's gone upstairs, that pitch. These coming in around 100 kilometres an hour, 98. That one, 101. Thought about it. Too high.
You might be able to pick it up if you can. The inside line of the batter's box, the one closest to home plate. She's really tight on that plate there, right on the line, not giving Maxwell any room, the lefty.
Low and outside. Three balls. And that one caught a strike really close to outside edge there, James.
Yeah, just painting the edge there on a 3-0 count. That was actually gutsy pitching on a 3-0. So nice pitching there from Team USA.
Whitefield, short slap hit. She's going to have to go really fast. Cannot get to first in time. The fielding and defensive work by Maxwell and Koffel, supreme. 2 out for the US Eagles.
Yeah, that might have been actually pretty much perfect for Whitefield, because it was the left-handed pitcher that had to not only do the fielding, but then turn, spin and throw. And Whitefield's quick as well, but Maxwell just took her time. No trouble at all.
Shaylin Watman now to the plate. Batting for Australia. Was named series MVP for the Australia vs Chinese 6-test series recently. Comes out of New South Wales. Only debuted in 2024. Under 30 appearances for the Aussies. Watman connects straight over the top. And it goes straight to the glove, though, of Aubrey Leach. just couldn't get it to the right spot of outfield. And Aubrey Leach picks that off easily. USA, 3 out. They change over.
A.G. Coombs replay. It was a line drive to centre field straight away. So she did everything right there and maybe ripped off a hit because it was great connection. Watman's actually been one of the good performers for Australia. She's been on base a couple of times and only given up the 1 strikeout. So not surprising she's hitting 3. Ace of this national team.
She had 8 strikeouts at the World Games in a very close game against China. Sierra Sacco into bat.
Sierra Sacco starts the batting off.
Sacco connects right to centre field, and it's over the fence. Almost.
Home run.
A 4-bagger, the first of this series. Sierra Sacco does what she does best, the perfect hit. USA 1 run up.
Unreal batting from the USA lead-off. Watch this one, straight down the middle, and it's a line drive to deep centre field.
It actually hit the top of that tent and bounced back, looking like it stayed in, but it was clearly over the fence. A home run for the number 1 batter, the USA.
We've been waiting for it. Finally came in game 3.
Aaron Koffel in second in the lineup for the Eagles. Rise ball coming in at 106 kilometres an hour there for Kendra Lamb. 108. That one outside and high. She gets a walk, does Aaron Koffel. And this is where the Americans can be so ruthless as well. Stealing bases is their forte. We saw it all day yesterday.
Yeah, timeout called by the Australian battery just to have a bit of a chat because that's not the response you want after a home run, a 4-ball walk. So another runner on base here for Team USA.
To Ray Jennings, one of the best batters in the lineup, stepping in. 4-time NCAA champion, 4-time All-American, was the MVP at the 2025 World Games. That pitch coming in at 109. Tipped over for a foul to the cage.
Yeah, obviously looking for the high pitch because she swung through, but it was way out of the zone. So I think she's sitting on a rise maybe, but yeah, good outcome for Team Australia.
Another rise ball sent flying backwards. That's gone all the way over the top of the cage and almost into the ice cream van parked at Redlands Softball Park.
Yeah, I'm not really into the predictions, but this is the prime pitch to throw a change-up.
And that did look a lot slower, as you say, James Harris. Couldn't get fooled, could Tia-Ray Jennings. That was 77 kilometres an hour. And Jennings caught swinging. She's out. Lamb gets a first strikeout.
that was so good. Great pitching pattern. Went upstairs, got her swinging at bad pitches, then tried the change up and then blew her away downstairs.
So here's Hannah Flippen for the US. That had a wild swing on it at the last minute. Koffel still on first. Caught swinging, trying to steal a base is Erin Koffel, and the throw too long. Koffel gets to second. Fielding by the Aussie Spirit not quite on point there.
Yeah, if you're watching softball for the first time, that swing on, and we'll see it on the AG Coombs replays, to cover up, to protect the runner who's stealing base. So she was swinging a bad pitch on purpose then.
Caught swinging there on another low ball. Koffel still at second. Shaylin Watman's got her eye on Koffel. No one's hit. Wide into the outfield.
No doubt.
Over the top. Another home run. Hannah Flippen. Fourth batter, 4 bags. Gets home for the USA. They're on 2.
Yeah, she's a machine, isn't she, Hannah Flippen, hitting 500 coming into this game with 3 hits, a few RBIs to her name. She adds another 2 RBIs, bringing herself in. Here's the AG Coombs replay, and like I said, a no doubter into the trees. That's over the back fence as well, so that's over regulation fence. Watch her come in and celebrate with her team. They're doing the eagle wings as she comes in home.
So Kendra Lamb has been hit twice for 2 home runs. She's got 1 strikeout. As we head to Maya Brady, the next batter up, who had an incredible day yesterday. 3 hits, 3 runs. Maya Brady, of course, of Tom Brady fame, 7-time Super Bowl champion, making her own name as one of the greats. That first pitch coming in at 108 kilometres an hour by Kendra Lamb.
And then that one, a change of pace.
77 there, James.
That's a great 1-2 punch, change up, and then try and just blow her away on the outside edge, but just missing.
2 strikes, 1 ball. Really interesting the way Kendra Lamb is pitching here, James. Hot, then slow.
Yeah, just trying to break the rhythm of the US hitters. She did it really well against Jennings. And she was ahead against Flippen, but she murdered that ball.
That drops short. Brady, full count now.
Oh, if producer Regan can get it, but that brand new Eastern Ghost that she's got on her hand is red hot. Best bat on the market.
Oh, Brady wanted it, but Lamb wanted it more. Another strikeout for the Aussie Spirit. 2 on Lamb's scorecard for this first innings.
Uniform 33.
It's a very interesting scorecard, isn't it? Home run, walk, strikeout, home run, strikeout. You know, it feels like we're right in this, but USA Power have already driven in 3.
Alyssa Brito in the box now. So Brito played at Oklahoma under coach Patty Gasso as well, was the 5th overall draft to the Athletes Unlimited Softball League. She brings a lot of power and a lot of energy to the batter's box. And that's called a strike. Bringing some gas and then lessening up. This is fascinating to watch from Kendra Lamb. And a big swing there. Tempted her with the rise ball.
Yeah, we saw during the break of when the home run was hit that Australian pitching coach Tanya Harding went out and just had a chat. You can tell it's a clear plan to really throw up change-ups and rise balls all out of the zone.
And again, Kendra Lamb records 3 strikeouts in the first innings on day 3. This is better for the Aussie spirit. We go to the top of the second.
International Softball Hall of Fame, you must be so proud.
I'm very proud. It was very unexpected. I didn't even know it was happening until I got the phone call from Sarah Lowe at 9 o'clock at night on a Saturday. So it was a great phone call to receive.
Well, it was well-deserved. 3 Olympic Games, and of course you were at the other Olympic Games in Atlanta as well, but unfortunately not playing. But look, how are you going here watching this game?
Oh, look, it's been a tough start for the Aussies, but this series is about getting the experience. I mean, softball is a game of failure. 3 out of 10 times to be a great hitter, and if the girls aren't learning from this experience coming from, a far superior group at the moment, but they're still 2 years away, and every time that you step out on the diamond against someone better, it makes you better.
Oh, thank you. I wish they were listening to you now. Thanks, Natalie.
Big thank you to Joyce Lester and Natalie Titcombe. We absolutely are listening. What a player as we watch Maxwell back at the plate. And there's a hit from the first batter, Kylie Steamers in the Australian lineup. It is caught, easily beat by Tia Ray Jennings at second base. Fielded with aplomb.
A.G. Coombs replay, hitting opposite field, but yeah, didn't get all of it, and Jennings all over it for the first out.
So head to the second batter. That's Alyssa Mile. In the box for Australia here.
Had a couple of good at-bats yesterday, put both into play. So a tough out for the US, but she's facing the lefty for the first time.
Mile gets back to ball. It's straight to first again and a race to the base. Unfortunately, fielder Erin Koffel gets there. The USA have 2 out from 2 hits.
That's twice she's had to do that now. Koffel break away from her base to field the ball and then race, as you said, race to the base to make the out.
Here's Maddie Scott. These strikes coming in just over 100 kilometres an hour at the moment by Maxwell. Another strike. Tried the running hit and it didn't work out. So they go 3 from 3. The US Eagles. Maxwell strikes out Maddie Scott and the other 2 out on bases as we turn over. Bottom of the second, US are up 2.
It took Maxwell 6 hitters to get a first strikeout of the game. So Aussie hitters have made those adjustments that they need to make, getting the ball in play a bit more, Now they just need to find the gaps. We asking too much? Easier said than done? Maybe, but let's see how we respond here in this next inning. Got to come back and really show some fight here to stay in the game before USA really run away with it.
There's a look at Coach Street. And fantastic to have Gasso back, as well as the Americans. So Reese Atwood will take to the batter's box first, and the Aussies will go back out onto the diamond. First strike thrown. Lamb with 3 strikeouts on the previous innings. 2 home runs, the score difference.
Another change up. It's good. It's a good tactic, but if she becomes too predictable, the US team will just sit on that change up. So let's see how long it does last.
Looking at those drop balls, trying to find the outside edge of the plate. That one high. Two balls, 1 strike. That pitch coming at 109 kilometres an hour. There's a foul going up over the top of the cage and hits the roof of the dugout where Team USA are parked up. Reese Atwood still at bat. Full count now. That's low inside. Atwood gets a walk. And the Americans get one on base early.
Unfortunately for Team Australia, we've seen all too often walking the lead-off batter in the inning, never a good sign. It just really increases the chance of scoring.
It's Kayla Kowalik now in the batter's box. The Athletes Unlimited All-Star Cup champion. Looking to bunt, try and get her teammate to second base.
Just her second plate appearance for this series so far. Timeout called.
Timeout called by the Aussie Spirit. They're going to have a discussion over things. And of course, you mentioned it, James, the one walk is no good. Patty Gasso uses the opportunity to talk to her runner and her batter, Kowalik. She's an elite contact hitter, Kowalik. Still looking at the opportunity to bunt.
Yeah, and that Aussie defence, they've got that 1 up, 1 back as well. So Chillingworth, the third's going to field the bunt with Adkins covering 1, Whitefield covering 2. That's what they were discussing in the timeout.
That one called a strike. (106 kilometres an hour), that's clocked at. Atwood uses the opportunity to steal, but she's tagged out. Great defensive fielding by the captain. Tamika Whitefield gets the tag. No one left on the bases.
You'll see it here on the A.G. Coombs replay. Just a slight fumble from Watman, which allowed the runner to take off. Normally you'd get safe, but that was a terrific throw. She stayed low to the ground. Great out for the Aussies.
Low outside, and the second batter gets a walk. Cowalick goes to first after that beautiful piece of fielding.
Center fielder, Aubrey Lynch.
And Aubrey Leach steps up to bat. One strike.
Aussies have gone back to the same defence. Very similar situation here with that runner, a batter on the move there in the left-handed batter's box. But what I also like is Maddie Scott's come closer to third base to close that gap in the 5-6 hole.
There's a short hit, slaps it into the ground and gets to first in time. Fielded well by Chillingworth, but just couldn't get to first. So the Americans leave runners on first and second.
A.G. Coombs replay. Yeah, it was deliberate, but it was almost a miss hit that it didn't go very far, but it worked. And, you know, you've got to take those when you're in the batter's box.
2 runners on the diamond. Americans go back to the top of the order, and Sierra Sacco had a home run in the first innings.
Another defensive timeout called. 4 lefties in a row for Team USA. So, yeah, just something for the Aussies to think about defensively. But they know that if they get a hard grounder that they can roll a double play and get out of here.
Watman having a conversation with her pitcher there. Trying to figure out the tactics to keep Sacco from connecting. We know how lethal she can be. You can see Cowalick being really aggressive, hoping to steal something. If Watman makes an error, she'll go. Drop ball.
Yeah, it's aggressive, both sides of the diamond. Although Atwood hit a home run to lead off the game, the Australian outfielders are in really close. They want to stop this runner on 2 from scoring.
Sacco connects, but it's a foul ball into the left side of the cage. Prevents any runners from stealing a base. She's 2-2 here. Sacco into the floor. She'll get out on first, and 2 runners take a base. So the US are 2 out, and they have 2 runners on second and third as they lead the game so far 2-0, 3-0.
Yeah, deliberate act from Atwood to get the ball on the deck, advance the runners around. Chillingworth does well to collect this and fire it across to Adkins for the second out. There was no play there. Maybe at 2, but there wouldn't have been a chance for a double.
Aaron Koffel back to the plate. Had a first base hit in the first innings.
So watchful.
That strike coming in at 108 kilometres an hour. So Lamb is really putting some heat on these. Koffel has a big swing and a big foul backwards. Two strikes now, 1 ball. Thought about that one. Opted against high and outside. Koffel connects. Oh, it's straight to the glove of Tamika Whitefield. Whitefield, the safest glove on the diamond. Great catch, great fielding. The Aussies take them out. Americans lead 3-0. Impressive defensive work by the Spirit.
Yeah, AG Coombs replay completes that third out. I think we've got a special guest downstairs. Go over to George.
For Australia. And so what sort of things do you think you're going to do as a coach to use from what you've seen?
I think the other thing is the intensity and deliberateness they have at training. They're 100% focused all the time, whether they're involved in something or not. So training with a purpose is really impressive.
Hey, thank you very much, Nerida.
Big thanks to Joyce Lester, OAM, third member of our commentary team. We head to the top of the third, and it's Trim. Trim sends one to fly to the outfield, centre field court. Aubrey Leach gloves it. That's one out for the Aussie Spirit.
Yeah, first pitch swinging for Jenna Trim, wasting no time, trying to attack something close to the zone. AG Coombs replay will show she got plenty of it, but was well read out at centre field by Leach.
Now Taylor Chillingworth has a swing at something way too low. Kelly Maxwell sending in some ugly drop balls. One strike, one ball. Chillingworth made her debut on day one of these series. Cap number 315 for the Aussie Spirit. And she'd love to make a name for herself on the score sheet. That's 2 strikes.
Coming off a very successful under-23 Nationals campaign middle of last month. The South Aussies winning that title for the first time.
Chillingworth connects. That's fouled backwards behind the catcher, Reese Atwood. .89 kilometres an hour that pitch, so she's really changing things up, Maxwell.
Yeah, taking a leaf out of the Aussie pitching playbook.
And that one too high. Chillingworth swung, missed. And Maxwell adds another strikeout to her score sheet.
Now batting with a uniform 12, first baseman.
Great pitching again from Maxwell. Collects her second strikeout of the game.
Pippa Adkins into bat now. What can she manage for the Aussies? Have been unable to get further than second base, the Australians. No runs in this series yet. Big swing of the drop ball.
Yeah, another change of pace from Maxwell down in the zone. Pippa Adkins just trying to find a piece of the bat there, I think. With 4 seconds to go on the pitch clock, I don't think the signal was relayed from the US dugout.
And Maxwell has to reset. Adkins is on 2 strikes. And there's the third. Well, clinical stuff from the American pitchers. Kelly Maxwell, 2 strikeouts, 1 catch. The Aussies cannot get on base. The American fielders having a field day. Aussies into field.
Yeah, Kelly Maxwell just stamping her authority in the game, struck out 3 of the last 4 batters, including the last 2. So picking up where she left off a couple of days ago in day 1, and it's all USA after 3 complete innings.
James.
Yeah, it was a statement win as well because they beat world number 1 Japan in the semi-final, and they've just been toing and froing. It's almost USA win a major international event, then it's Japan, then it's USA. And so they've really gone toe-to-toe, head-to-head, those 2 teams. And so for Coach Gasso in her first outing to pick up a gold, statement win.
Tia Ray Jennings back into bat. She was struck out in the first innings. What can she do here for the Americans? They lead 3-0. A wicked high ball there. Decided to put a lot of pace on the first, did Kendra Lamb.
Yeah, definite plan against Jennings to go upstairs.
Now low.
Not allowing her to settle by that change of plane of the ball. 1 up, 1 down.
Thought about it, and it was in the strike zone, that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's 3 balls. Now, the Aussies have had a tendency to walk the first batter, James. That's not what they need here.
4 different pitches from the first 4 here to Jennings.
That's exactly what they didn't need, but Jennings will take a walk to first base. Kendra Lamb can't get the strikes she needs.
At the plate, wearing 37.
Yeah, lead off walk yet again. I'll have to check my stat sheet and get back to you on how many times the Aussies have done that this series.
Hannah Flippen takes to the box now for the Americans. Gone upstairs there. Watman, her eye on first base. Jennings looking to steal in second if she gets an opportunity. Flippen connects and fouls it backwards.
That was the 6th time in this series that Australia have walked the lead off. Joyce touched on it in the first game, and it's just been a pattern, really.
Flippen looked to bunt, gave away the game plan there as she watched Jennings at first base.
And to complete that stat, they've scored 4 times out of those 6. That was the 6, so 4 out of 5.
They do not need another walk here, the Aussie Spirit. Three balls. That pitch coming in at 103 kilometres an hour. That's a strike. It puts Flippen on a full count. Flippen crashes it outwards. That's fouled left. Got the crowd on their feet though.
Yeah, us as well. Yeah, she hit it really hard. Identified the pitch early. Got all of it, but it's gone foul.
from that low. So runners now on first and second as Jennings takes second. Flippin takes first. Maya Brady into the box to bat.
Timeout called by Team Australia. What was interesting on that very last pitch was that Tiari Jennings took off on the pitch. Normally you only see that on a full count with 2 out because there's no risk. If that ball was here, it was a line drive, she would have been dead cold because she left first base way open, and that's why you rarely see it. But confidence in her hitter in the box, she took off on the pitch and she would have been safe anyway because it was a base on balls. This timeout would have been an opportunity just to give Grace Rickson a little bit more time to prepare herself as she comes in as the substitute pitcher. Saw her yesterday. She did pretty admirably. She did give up a couple of earned runs, but she got a red-hot US bat facing her. So we'll see how she goes today. And like I said, the fight of this Aussie Spirit team, when they're down, you generally see them bounce back pretty well. So Grace Rickson will just get settled as she does a little bit of ground maintenance before she gets into her first of her 5 warm-up. Batted in, I should say. Good opportunity just to explain what an RBI is. The RBI is the run batted in by the batter at the time. It's a very well received statistic as a batter. You want to be the one bringing in the runs. Crossing the plate's all important, but of course if you can be the one to drive the run in, it looks really good for you and the team and what the game's all about.
So here's a look at Grace Rickson. She pitched 2 innings yesterday, had 3 strikeouts, held the Americans to no runs, and it was after her shift that they began scoring and blew out the game. But really the first 4 innings yesterday were tight. 0-0 for 4. The score 14-0. Not reflective of the first half of the game. So there's been some really good signs for the Australians as they high-five, have their final meeting in the pitcher's circle as Maya Brady steps up to the plate. One of the best batters in the world. Oh, Brady hits it straight away. First pitch, first hit. Gets to first and gets her runners around. The fielding not quite on point, but the Aussies managed to stem the bloodletting. No runs scored, which is the important thing, but loaded bases.
I think that's because of how hard she hit it. It went like a tracer bullet right back up the middle. First pitch for Rickson, driven. You don't really see that too often, first pitch swinging after 2 base on balls, but this time round looked like Brady had the green light.
Here's Brito. Rickson going upstairs.
Danger signs for the Aussie. Loaded bases, none out.
Brito was struck out in the first innings. This is her second at-bat today. That's a great strike by Grace Rickson.
Yeah, good call, Kate. That change of pace. Not letting the US batter settle or get the timing of her pitch.
Goes high and fast again on that one. 95 Ks an hour, she's clocking this one. And Brito bombs it. It's high, it's catchable. Runners on all bases, it's gone over. Brito, a 4-bagger on loaded bases. The Americans are at it again.
Grand slam, home run, Kate. She got all of it. It went high. It did go really high, but she still got all of it. She got under it and drove the high pitch for 4 bases and 4 RBIs, and it really blows out here. Let's have a look. A.G. Coombs replay. She watched, and then she celebrated. She made sure it was over.
The runners just held their ground as they thought it might fall in front of the fence, but it just went over into that head of that tent. The top of the tent is a target for these Americans right now. Brito Struck out on her first at bat, then a home run for RBI. That's incredible.
May as well paint a bullseye on it. Twice in one game they've hit it.
Well, when you talk about clutch plays, that is a clutch play from a clutch player. The Americans go up by 7 as Atwood steps into the box.
Oh, unreal, Kate. It's her debut series playing for the USA, Alyssa Brito, and she's hit a grand slam.
Three balls, one strike. Grace Rickson trying to pull herself together after that loss of 4 runs. Going upstairs and walks Reese Atwood. How does that impact your confidence as a pitcher, James, when you get those 4 home?
Yeah, I'm feeling for her at the moment. She came in with 2 base on balls prior to her coming into pitch, and then she gives up a single, her first batter, and then a grand slam. It's going to be crushing, but the young kid has got to build on that now and show some guts here and fire back for her country.
Grace Rickson, 23 years old, had 21 caps for her country before this series and is an emerging talent. Has been around the game in state levels and outstanding for many years. Watman just keeping an eye on first base, where Atwood is looking to steal. It's Kayla Kowalik in the batter's box.
The second of 4 consecutive lefties in their lineup. So good protection for that runner at first base with that lefty.
Well, that had some gas on it. We'll try and get the number for you, but it looked hot. Three balls. This time she connects straight to third base, out on second, safe on first. So the Aussies get one out on that play, and the one hit gets Kowalik into first base.
Yeah, great play from young Taylor Chillingworth. Has to stay low, takes it on the backhand side, comes up firing over to second base for the lead runner. And Whitefield not in time to complete the double, with Kowalik getting up there pretty quick, smart. So quick timeout being called. It's Team USA making a change. We'll have to check what that is in a moment. But that's great for the Aussies to get the first out of that inning, because it's been tough so far. 3 walks, a single and a grand slam home run so far. It does show that they're still out there fighting with all they got. I can't actually see what the change is. Maybe the umpire, coach was just checking with the umpire. Morgan Zirkle coming in for a pinch hit. There you go.
Zirkle immediately swings, immediately hits. It's gone to left outfield. And left field, it has gone out to the foul line. So, fouled out left. Well fielded, nevertheless, by Kylie Steamers on screen there. She usually plays in the infield at first base. Sent to left field today. So Zirkle coming in as a pinch hitter for Aubrey Leach.
Yeah, no punishment. Aubrey Leach has been great so far this series for the USA. Hits in all 3 games so far.
Zirkle fouls it the other way, this time to the right.
Yeah, shows she can hit to all parts of the park. Driving it opposite field, the first one, pulling the second one. You know where the third one is likely to go now.
Zirkle wanted it. She has it, but it's fouled high and left. You can tell she really wants to hit this, James.
Yeah, aggressive. Like, normally watchful, the USA hitters, but she's been swinging from the first pitch of this at-bat.
Rickson changing things up. That was 76 kilometres an hour, explaining why the foul occurred. It's gone upstairs. .97, back up to speed here, Rickson. Zirkle goes for the low ball, and it's a race to first base. Well fielded by Pippa Adkins. One out on first, runner on second. The Aussies have 2 out this innings.
Runner does advance, but credit to Pippa Adkins. Zirkle, 162 stolen bases in her school career. Considered one of the fastest in this team. Let's look at the A.G. Coombs replay. Gets a piece of a low ball and, yeah, probably 2 steps behind. Not bad considering you've hit it straight to first.
Back to the top of the order, Sierra Sacco, who had the home run on her first hit, is into bat. Three home runs by the Americans today. Sacco wants another, fouls it right. Has Kowalik sprinting around the hot corner. She'll have to go all the way back to second.
Yeah, you take off on any piece of the ball with 2 out because you never know what could happen. Because there's no risk of it being caught and then you be having to go back to the base, so you just take off.
Oh, Sacco barrels it towards second base, and it's fielded by Tamika Whitefield. That's clinical by the Aussie spirit. 3 out, and they change over, heading to the bottom of the third.
Well, you said it last time she ended the innings. Whitefield, one of the safest gloves in the team. She does really well here on the A.G. Coombs replay. She stays low on it, covers the ball with her body, and makes the play. Made it look really easy, but that was a tough play.
Tough play by a tough player, Tamika Whitefield. And speaking of tough, we have one.
Thank you so much, Jade. Thank you.
Big thank you to Joyce Lester, OAM, down there in the Aussie dugout, getting all the info from the sidelines. So we head to the bottom of the fourth innings. Olivia Elliott is going to come in to bat, and it's still Maxwell at the plate. Now, Elliott's the only player in this team who has had a hit in the series, James.
Yeah, and reached 2 other times. So better than a 500. I think 600 on-base average for Elliott.
Tips it backwards there. Those who are new to softball, a foul ball does count as a strike up to 2 strikes. It cannot strike you out. But she's quickly found herself with 2 strikes.
There's an asterisk on that. If it's a foul tip caught by the catcher, you can.
It's true. You can be out.
There's so many asterisks in the softball rulebook. So check swing on the batter. The catcher's asked if the plate umpire can get some help from her compatriot down there in the third base, Kira Cox, and she called the swing for the strikeout.
So Olivia Elliott struck out very quickly. Kelly Maxwell doing a power of work from the pitcher's plate. 4 strikeouts today.
Ringing the changes now, Team USA. They're up by 7. Probably 5 outs away from an early finish if things keep going the way that they want it to fill here, Kate.
Well, let's talk about pitches and face masks, because I've noticed some do wear the face masks, some opt not to. And having broken my own nose in a position very close to pitcher at shortstop, it's a brave decision to not wear it these days.
Yeah, a line drive straight back at you. You do not have the time to react. And like if you're pitching it like these players are at 110, 115 Ks an hour, and Carlin Pickens' case 125, 130, the exit velocity off the bat's going to be just as hard. So that reaction time is no time in all seriousness. So they do wear the face mask to protect the moneymaker, and you know it's. I've seen it a couple of times in my softball career where the pitchers come off second best. So better to be safe than sorry. You saw it a lot, probably over the last few years. A lot of infielders wear it as well, but none in this series. But you'll see it in any of the colleges, even in the junior ranks of Australian national titles. So just another piece of protective equipment. Some infielders will go for a mouth guard. Some pitchers opt for shin guards, but majority, they trust their glove. And it wasn't just a pinch hit. Kate, you've picked that up too.
So they're going to make a change in outfield as well. Centre field is now Morgan Zirkle. She's come in for Aubrey Leach after batting for her earlier. Changes made on the diamond for USA. And it is the Aussie captain, Tamika Whitefield. Can she be the spark plug for the Aussie spirit in bat? Well, gee, that's hot. A hot start for a hot pitcher. Montana Fouts on day one pitched 46 balls, 26 strikes, 9 strikeouts, James.
Yeah, she's been a standout. Well, they all have, haven't they, the US pitchers, but...
Whitefield swings upstairs, too high, and 2 strikes now.
I think you said it earlier, it's just too hot to handle, right? Like, it's smoking. You can see a vapor trail coming off that ball.
Love that vapor trail. Whitefield tries to get a piece of it, fouls it right into the cage.
I stole that from a classic baseball movie.
Two strikes. First ball for the perennial ace. Pitcher out of Alabama, dominated in her college career. And here she goes again. 3 strikes. Whitefield first batter up and first to go back to the dugout as Montana Fouts continues her run on fire.
Yeah, brilliant pitching. And what really makes me shiver is that her changeup was still at 109. You know, her off-speed pitch, 109. So great pitching. Goes upstairs to strike out the captain.
So it's Shaylin Watman in with 2 out, struck out by Montana Fouts. Watman has an opportunity to make a change, spark something for the Aussies.
I'll quickly say on Kelly Maxwell, she pitched to 10 batters for 10 outs. First game she played, pitched to 5 batters for 5 strikeouts. She's been perfect in her 2 outings so far in this series.
Wow. And a huge swing by Watman, well high. A rise ball taking the strike there. Fouts 1 strike away from a perfect innings. Oh, there it is. Montana Fouts. Innings of perfection. 3 strikeouts for 3 batters. The Aussie spirit, not much they can do about that. The perennial ace out of the USA does it again. The Aussie Spirit still with nothing to show on the run card.
Fouts and Maxwell just team up so well together. The righty-lefty combination. One throws the heat, one throws the heavy spin. Well, Fouts has got great spin as well. Give it credit where it's due. What's that? That is 6 strikeouts from the last 7 batters. The 12 batters faced have all been retired so far. So on a perfect game so far, Team USA.
Pitcher. 99 Australian appearances. This is her 99th. She plays tomorrow. She hits the century. Up against Erin Koffel at bat. It's a good way to start. And that's a swing out to right foul ball. And I'm just going to correct myself. Ellen Roberts did not play the first game of this series. She played day 2 and today. So she is 2 games away from the century, which is so close still.
Well, more motivation for the next series.
She's one of our fast pitchers. These all coming in over 100 kilometres an hour from the glove of Ellen Roberts. That 105 there. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Koffel slams it to right field, and it's caught. Alyssa Mile had her eye on it the whole time, gloved it safely, gives a nod to the crowd. Thank you very much. 1 out for the Aussies.
Yeah, she read it really well. She's happy with herself too, isn't she? Let's have a look. A.G. Coombs replay. Koffel got plenty of it, drove it out to the right side and a good catch right on the foul line.
So it's Tia-Ray Jennings back into bat. Had a walk last time she was at bat. Jennings, line drive, shortstop, got it to first in time. The fielding by the Aussie Spirit, absolutely perfect. Scott to Adkins, brilliant.
Yeah, it'd be good to see the replay here. I think it was more of a punch hit rather than a full swing from Jennings, and handy pickup. Half hopper on the backhand side from Maddie Scott. Great play.
The backhand glove is a more difficult move to make than it made out there by Maddie Scott. Such an impressive fielder. That's what, something that looks so easy.
Yeah, you really got to stab your glove out at the ball on those plays with the backhand side, because the glove is on the opposite side of your body, and to be able to throw it over to that side, it's a dynamic movement in itself. But, you know, then you've got to get the ball in the mitt, which is as hard as anything, really.
Here's Anna Gold. Good innings so far for Ellen Roberts. 2 batters up, 2 batters out.
Gold pinch hitting for Flippin.
That one too low. So is Anna Gold coming in for Hannah Flippin in the batting lineup. Another drop ball. Trying to tease Gold into a swing. That's a strike. Gold nearly thought it was a ball. She was on her way to walk to first. Painting the outside right now, Ellen Roberts needs to keep these strikes in. That's too high. So a walk, her first for the day, Ellen Roberts, and a gold on first base.
7 walks in this game. It's almost unforgivable, the amount of walks and free bases that the Aussie team are giving to Team USA. And Coach Gasso called a timeout. Well, it's not a change because Maya Brady is due up to bat.
Gasso putting some emotion into the words here. Maya Brady involved in this little chat here.
It's a really interesting timeout because they're up by 7. They're in run rule territory, but they'll need 3 in this inning to finish it. Otherwise, next inning, you know, it could be it. But maybe they're looking to put an exclamation point on this game here.
Brady struck out in the first innings, had a wonderful third base hit yesterday, and 4 runs batted in. That's low. That's well high, and Gold is really going to take the opportunity to steal second base. Nothing much Shaylin Watman can do about that.
Yeah, free bases just cost so much, and so not only did Gold get on from a base on balls, but then she advances on a wild pitch.
Brady fouls it left. Spinning out of control. The way Ellen Roberts releases the ball in slow motion is a beautiful thing to watch. The wrist spin on it, incredible.
Pitch.
Called a strike. And good pitching, so 3 strikes. Ellen Roberts gets the 3rd out for Australia. The Americans, they lead by 7. And downstairs, the 3rd member of our commentary team, Joyce, has one of the American coaches in the dugout. Joyce? Down to you, Joyce.
Sorry, thank you, Jim. I'm Joyce, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
We might try to come back to Joyce in just a moment as the Americans go back out onto the diamond. So the Aussies need 1 run on this innings to keep the game alive. Otherwise, the run rule comes into force. So let's go back downstairs. Joyce Lester, OAM, is with one of the American coaches.
Oh, I'm so lucky to have with me Jim Gasso, which is Coach Gasso's husband. And obviously you're here with the team working. So tell us what job you have.
I do a lot of things, so whatever they want me to do, I'm right there to do for them. So it could be anything, you know, help the players, pick up trash, throw pitches, pick up more trash.
Scouting.
Yeah. Whatever it needs to be done, that's what I do.
So I believe your whole family has great genes, and you have a son who's supposed to be the most amazing batting coach who we're going to see a little bit from in the future.
Yeah, you know, he's surpassed a lot of our expectations, and you know, he's a student of the game, and he really wants to be the best at what he does, and he's showing what he's doing. But he's got a little brother that's at the University of Arkansas that's right at his tails too, so yeah, we're good.
Well, that's great to know, and we'll really look forward to seeing him in the future. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Big thanks to Mr. Gasso, Coach Paddy Gasso's trophy husband, probably. He comes along to pick up rubbish, which is a role someone needs to play in every team. Great insights from Joyce as we see USA back in to field, and Kylie Steamers trying to get something on the board for Australia.
Yeah, and as you said, trying to avoid the mercy rule.
That's a strike, 2 strikes. They avoid the mercy rule by simply getting 1 run. They need 1 run to stay alive in this innings.
Jim Gasso mentioned his other son. They've got 2 sons, JT and DJ Gasso, both softball coaches as well. And he's downplaying what he does for the team. He also drives the bus as well, and he's great support for his wife as well. She acknowledged that at a coaching panel that I hosted earlier in the week.
Montana Fouts at the plate. And there's her first strikeout for this innings. She's got such power, pace, and precision. She is Montana Fouts. 1 strikeout.
From 64, Alyssa Maho.
Here comes Alyssa Mile. So Fouts pitched the last innings, had 3 strikeouts from 3 hitters, 3 batters. She's got her first here. And potentially a second with Alyssa Mile. She gets 3 here, the potential for a perfect game pitching.
Combined with Maxwell.
That's what she needs. 2 strikes, 2 strikeouts from 2 batters. They need 1 more strikeout to end the game, the Americans. And it falls to number 18, Maddie Scott, to keep the dream alive for the Aussie Spirit on day 3 of the USA Down Under series. That is the kind of pace she's going to have to face. 1 strike. Almost tipped high, tipped foul ball. Mile on 2 strikes. Fouts 1 strike away from a perfect game. And there it is. The Americans, they dominate. They show their power, perfection. Perfection is the headline for this game. A perfect pitching game for Montana Fouts and Kelly Maxwell. Strikeout after strikeout. No Aussies able to get home. And the Americans continue their dominance of this series. 3 games they've played and 3 games the Americans. Let's take a look back at the home runs that the Americans hit through this series. These were the first home runs we've seen all series, and today there were 3 of them, James.
A.G. Coombs replay. It was the first batter of the game, Sierra Sacco, who drove one and landed it there on the 10. Huge hit from the leadoff. Gee, she was pushing as well, like she didn't know that she had it all, but then was able to celebrate as she came home with the eagle wings. Next one was a huge one from Hannah Flippin, a 2-run shot. She got all of it, and that sailed, and that ball came back wet into the river.
And of course, this 3rd home run was possibly the biggest of all. Loaded bases, the Americans, and smacks it out of the park right on top of that very same tent that the first one went to.
Yeah, Alyssa Brito got all of it. 4-run shot, grand slam in your debut series for your country.
What a hit, what a match, and what a series we are witnessing here. Historic history in the making. The Americans and the Australians come together to celebrate around the pitcher's plate. And we will say goodbye at this moment. We have 1 more game to go. It is day 4. The Americans are 3 from 3 so far. Can day 4 be the day the Aussie Spirit rise and they come back to potentially take one from the Americans? First time in 25 years the USA softball team has been here in Australia, and it is a privilege to be calling it. Kate Allman alongside James Harris. We'll be back tomorrow, slightly earlier match, 11 a.m. first ball. We can't wait from it. From Brisbane, Australia, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.